Our next guest is Dr. William B. Keene. He's the State Superintendent of Schools for the state of Delaware, and he's here tonight to tell us about an upcoming essay contest for all high school students. Dr. Keene, welcome to Focus Delaware.
Thank you very much, and I'm delighted to be here this evening.
You were in a real rush to get up here. You just got in the door this moment. I'm glad you finally made it.
Thank you. It was a nice, safe ride up, though.
Dr. Keene, what is the Afro-American Historical Contest? What's it all about?
Well, it's a contest that's being sponsored for high school students in Delaware, really high school seniors or juniors residing in the state of Delaware, or in the counties of Chester or Delaware in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And it's an essay contest of 1,500 words or less, which would be on the life of Peter Spencer, The Lasting Connection. It's an exciting kind of thing for the students to be involved in, particularly since it's going to deal with the life of Peter Spencer.
Now, who is Peter Spencer, and what is his importance to black Americans?
Peter Spencer was a minister and a Delawarean, and he established the first completely independent black religious denomination, church in Delaware. And Spencer's first church, the Union Church of Africa, was built in Wilmington, and it was the forerunner of a widespread movement towards religious freedom for blacks that has resulted today in more than 26 predominantly black religious denominations with a combined membership of more than 13 million people in more than 60,000 churches nationwide.
Now, he did this in 1813, I understand, and of course that doesn't sound like a very great accomplishment at the time, but at that time I understand that religious freedom, and especially freedom for blacks, was not very great, and it was a great accomplishment. And I don't think people really realize that Delaware was the founding place for the first independent black church in the country. I think all the history books talk about Philadelphia being the founding place of the first black church.
Right. Well, we're very proud of the fact that the church was founded here, and that Reverend Peter Spencer was a Delawarean, and certainly is one of the major focuses of our efforts on in black history, and to bring that out, and that's the reason why we're delighted to be here tonight to speak to this issue.
Now, of course, there's a big celebration that has gone on for years and years every summer. It's called the August Quarterly to celebrate Dr. Peter Spencer. Could you tell our viewers about that?
Yes, it's a celebration of the founding of the church, and it is participation by families and by religious groups here in Wilmington, and it's just an exciting time with a lot of things going on, and a true celebration of the founding of the religious movement in this country. And everyone is invited to attend, and I think something that all of us can be proud to share in our community.
Now, about this essay contest again, who's eligible and how do they enter the contest?
Well, again, the eligibility is that you must be a high school senior or junior residing in the state of Delaware or in the counties of Chester or Delaware in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. There are some nice prizes. The first prize is $300, second prize $200, third $100. Plus, people who enter will get certificates, and there is a certificate of honorable mention to some who do not win the money prize.
Eligibility. I mean, or excuse me, how do you enter the contest?
Well, what you do is you need to submit an essay, and as I mentioned before, it would be not more than 1,500 words. And there are certain conditions that relate to how it should be prepared. All entries must be postmarked no later than May 31st, 1982, obviously, and are to be sent to the contest headquarters on Jefferson Street in Wilmington.
Well, thank you, Dr. Keene, for coming on Focus Delaware. I'd like to have you back again some other time to talk about many of the other important things within the purview of your responsibility as State Superintendent for the schools of the state of Delaware.
We'd be delighted to be here sometime in the future, and hope the next time I will not be so rushed.
Okay.
Thank
This is
you.
Dr. William B. Keene, the State Superintendent of Education.